Salmonella outbreak is affecting their ability to sell their product to the United States.
You mean to tell us that the FDA is more concerned about the feelings of some in the Mexican government than the safety of American consumers? Why isn't there a criminal investigation of the FDA going on at this very moment?
The FDA wouldn't put it that way. The FDA would say, yes, of course they're concerned, which is why they're going through all these efforts to try to find the source of the outbreak. But what they're saying is that they're trying to treat everyone fairly. They don't have any...
Their job is to protect the American consumer. They're not in the justice and jurisprudence and diplomatic business. They're in the business of protecting the American consumer, even though they've operated for some time as if they had no responsibility at all.
They don't have the science to prove where it's coming from. They don't have the ability to prove where it's coming from. And that's why we're at this juncture with an outbreak, which the CDC says they're not even sure it's peaked yet. And it could be thousands upon thousands of people who have gotten this.
And when did we first learn that the ratio of reported cases to those that they believe would actually have these cases, when did we first hear that number from the FDA?
It's the CDC that does these case estimates, and they did have on their website that it could be that there could be thousands of actual cases as opposed to the 228 they were able to document. Those cases they document because they take samples, they run the genetic strand, and now it's almost 400. But the first case that they diagnosed was April. The first case reported was April 10th, Lou. April 10th.
You know, I've heard a lot of reasons over the years as to why George W. Bush should be impeached. But for them to leave the Food and Drug Administration in this state, its leadership in this sorry condition, and to have no capacity, apparently, or will, to protect the American consumer, that is alone, to me, sufficient reason to impeach a president who has made this agency possible and has ripped its guts out in its ability to protect the American consumer. It's insane what's going on here. Is there any sense of embarrassment on the part of the leadership of that agency?
I sense that they actually are embarrassed, Lou. I think that they're frustrated. They're waiting for new money so that they can put in new investigators. But here's the thing. They do have investigators. They don't know how many. They can't say how many. But they do have investigators. They can't even estimate how many investigators are on this case. But the investigators are in offices checking paperwork. They're not on any farms anywhere.
Because they're afraid to offend the Mexican government. Because they're afraid... What? I mean... There is no reason in this. This is utter madness. Luis, thank you very much. Stay on it. I know you're as frustrated as any of us, or in some ways more so, I'm sure. Luis Giovanni, thank you very much. Well, over the past 7.5 years of this administration's mismanagement in so many quarters, the FDA has literally, as I said, been gutted. It is no longer able to protect Americans from contaminated food and pharmaceuticals. But now, finally, some at that agency apparently realize they've gone too far, and they're left struggling to repair the agency they broke. The Bush administration recently managed to request an additional $275 million for the FDA's budget for next year. Under the new budget, the FDA will conduct at least 1,000 more foreign inspections and an equal number here at home of producers of both food and medical products. Well, where is Congress on all of this? The Center for Science and the Public Interest says there are 12 food safety bills now pending in Congress, but none of those have cleared, none has cleared the committee stage. Up next here, new evidence there's no real need for those H-1B visas that are...
If this were a dictatorship, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. Just so long as I'm the dictator.